Hey guys, I'm back with my third review of a ReoLink security camera. Today we're looking at the RLC-511. It's an indoor-outdoor 5 megapixel bullet style camera with a 4x optical zoom lens. Let's check out the features, set it up on the ReoLink app, add it to record footage on BlueIris and my network video recorder. We'll also check out the daytime and nighttime footage. I'll be sharing a coupon code to save you 8% on ReoLink.com, and at the end of the video I'll show you how you can win this camera in my very first giveaway. So I've collected quite a few ReoLink products now. I really like their durability, ease to set up, and outstanding video quality. Do check out my other ReoLink videos. These are available on Amazon for about $90 US, or even better, check out their lineup on ReoLink.com and save 8% using this coupon code. The links will be in the description below, as well as the status of the giveaway, which ends at the end of November 2019. Now the great thing about this camera is that it works well as a standalone device, meaning you don't need to have a computer or an InVR or anything else to run it. You simply need to plug your camera into your home network and connect it with your mobile device. You'll need to add a micro SD card for playing back footage, and you can watch your live stream and play back your footage from anywhere as long as you have internet at home. You also need to power the camera, but we'll get to that a little later. This camera can be added to an existing security camera system, including any ReoLink Network Video Recorder, which supports 5 megapixel cameras or higher. We'll be setting this one up on this InVR, and I'll be connecting it to my PC, which is running BlueIris. Now, none of the options we're talking about here today require cloud recording or subscription fees. Let's jump in and see what we have. As always, a user manual with easy to understand directions, a drill template, a surveillance sign which could act as a free ad for ReoLink, weather sealing coupler to protect your RJ45 connection from the elements, since this camera can be installed outdoors, a pack of screws for fastening the camera to your install location, a short network cable for testing the camera before installing it in your permanent location, an Allen key for tightening and loosening the camera's mount on its base. A Phillips screwdriver is required to open the micro SD card slot door, which is not included. So I really like the size of the camera. The thing is quite large, especially in comparison to the small mini bullet camera which I demoed on this channel in the past. The weight of the camera is great. It's IP66 weatherproof, and it feels quite hefty and well built. First impressions are quite good. At the end of this lead we have a reset button. Next to it we have the 12-volt plug-in. As always, no power adapter is included because most people power their cameras using PoE or power over Ethernet. This is where your video recorder and PoE switch take advantage of the unused wires in your network video cable and sends electricity through them to the camera. So this means you only need to run one cable from your PoE switch to your camera, and in that cable you'll be transferring data and supplying the camera with electricity. On the back of the camera there's a waterproof door for a micro SD card. The maximum capacity is 64 gigs and it can only be used to record motion events and not for continuous recording. On the front of the camera we have a sunshade. This prevents glare from any overhead sun or light fixtures around your property. You don't want to use lights within 10 feet shining directly on the lens, otherwise you could get some glare. Also, this area under the shade is a frequent hangout for bugs and spiders who may make a little mess on your lens with webs and droppings. I like to clean mine every 3 to 4 weeks in the summer just to help keep things spotless. Surrounding the lens you have 24 IR lights for night vision. We'll test out the advertised 100 feet range here in a minute. Here in the middle, totally segregated from the IR lights to prevent any glare from its own lights, we have the optical zoom lens. You can control the zoom using the app, recording software, or the NVR. The viewing angle goes from a wide 90 degrees to 31 degrees. This compares to a 2.7mm lens all the way up to 12mm. There is no pan or tilt functionality, just zoom. I'm a big fan of this varifocal camera because its install locations are so flexible. This camera is great if you don't know what size lens you need. You could purchase one of these, set it up and adjust the zoom to frame in the exact scene that you're trying to capture. Secondly, if you're going to be using the camera in various locations, some places might need a wide view and some might need a more zoomed in view. Lastly, this camera is also great if you have a scene with both a wide and narrow area of interest. For example, a parking lot. Most of the time you may want to see the wide angle, but occasionally you may want to zoom in on the entryway to see people coming and going. The only catch is the zoomed in area has to be in the center of the shot. So if you have a network video recorder by ReoLink, simply plug it in to the back of the recorder using the supplied network cable. For me, I'm going to be plugging mine into my PoE switch, which is connected to my network. Now my phone is on the same network, and I've already downloaded the ReoLink app and set it up in a previous video. When I open up the app, boom, the camera is there. How easy is that? I'm prompted right away to create a password for the camera and to give it a name. The time zone has been set up automatically based on my phone's time zone. A QR code has been saved to my camera's photo roll with all of my settings. To find the IP address for the camera, go to the gear icon and then device info. My first location is going to be here, my gazebo. I want to keep an eye on the back of my house, which is about 125 feet away or 38 meters. I also want to zoom in and see my patio. Here is a quick time lapse of the install. The Allen key tightens and loosens the ball joint and the base. Using the app, here's some sample daytime footage. I'll up the streaming quality of the image to 5 megapixels. Let's zoom in using the PTZ controls. The camera does hunt quickly for a sharp focus as expected. Very impressive and very responsive. My network cable is about 200 feet long and there is little to no lag. I do wish, however, there were 4 buttons here indicating each level of zoom, so I don't have to press the plus or minus button 20 times to get it to the point of zoom that I want. At night it's pitch black here. All my property lights are off and there are no street lights or moonlight. Again, an awesome picture, a little bit of noise, but the IR lights are able to reach me at this distance. To playback the video from the app, go to the live view page and click playback. Use the slider on the timeline to find the instance where motion was detected. This is a great layout here, super easy to use. I'm very happy with it. To activate push notifications so you are notified when motion is triggered, click on the push icon. Now don't forget, this only works when the app is closed. My next location is here on the corner of my house, looking out onto my driveway. Let's set this one up in BlueIris and check out the footage from there. ReoLink's cameras are compatible with BlueIris as they support the ONVIF protocol, allowing them to communicate with other systems. In BlueIris, I'm going to edit an existing camera placeholder. Enter the IP address, which we saw earlier. Enter the credentials, which we set up earlier in the app. From the drop-down, select ReoLink, and you're done. So simple. The fence is about 75 feet away or 23 meters. Again, the daytime footage is perfect. When I zoom in, the plate can easily be read. At night, I noticed that my image is a little dark here as my camera is trying to compensate for that bright light off in the distance. Everyone's situation is different depending on how their neighborhood is set up, whether you have street lights or lights on your home. Since my area is so dark, I'm going to push the limits here of the camera's gain and shutter. This may not be necessary if you have street lights or lighting around your home. As you can see, the IR lights are reflecting off the plate's reflective surface, making it impossible to read. This is expected. You can easily see me though, standing in the driveway. When I zoom in, again, it takes a bit for the camera to get a good focus, and the IR lights are doing a great job on lighting things up. This camera supports audio through the app, BlueIris, and an InVR. This is what the audio sounds like. This is the audio at 25 feet away. Finally, this is the audio at 10 feet away. In this last example, I'm going to quickly show you how to set up this camera on my Hikvision NVR. Make sure the camera and the NVR are connected on the same network. Find an open channel, click Edit, enter the IP address and port if required, select ONVIF, enter your credentials, and you're done. To zoom in, you can use the mouse by scrolling the wheel. There you go, it's that simple. Now lastly, this camera does have a web user interface where you can log in and update the basic and advanced configuration. Simply navigate to the camera's IP address using your browser. I'm using Edge in this example. Log in using your ReoLink credentials. You'll need to enable flash if you want to see the image here, but it may not be required if you're just updating some configuration. Here you can change the camera settings and some more advanced configurations. Alright guys, I know that was a ton of information, but I really do hope that you found it helpful. You can see why I'm a huge fan of these ReoLink cameras. The hardware is top notch and the image quality is fantastic, especially at this price point. I definitely recommend checking these guys out if you're looking for a couple of standalone cameras, a security camera system with an NVR, or looking to expand your current setup with additional cameras. Don't forget to take advantage of the coupon code on the ReoLink site. You'll save yourself an additional 8%, and that includes items that are already on sale. And now for the giveaway. To enter and win your very own RLC-511, it's quite simple. First of all, subscribe to my channel. Second of all, go to my blog using the giveaway link provided in the description below and let me know where you would install this camera or what feature you like best about it. The giveaway closes on November 30th, 2019, and then I'll be drawing at random the very next day. The winner's name will be announced once they have confirmed. All the rules are listed on the entry page. Good luck and thanks for watching.